Steve, you've given me a lot of talk tracks. How do I understand, how do I say these talk tracks with the same sort of confidence that you have? It's repetition, folks. It's role playing every day. When you repeat these talk tracks again and again, you build confidence because you're competent in the material and it keeps you in control of the call. These are the 3 C's of phone skills mastery. Now, when I say role play every day, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I'm not talking about role playing in your dealership's sales room, right? Where the sales manager plays the customer and you get embarrassed in front of all of your peers. I'm not talking about that kind of, I hate that kind of role play. If you got kids that are old enough to read, or you got a spouse who actually talks to you, or significant other, write all of your objections on index cards like this. Any objections you might get. And I would do this if I was a floor salesperson. I'd write them for every objection I hear on the floor too. And hand your kid or your spouse or your significant other, anybody who can read and talk to you, hand them these index cards and say, listen, when Daddy walks by, I want you to try to stump him. I want you to try to stump him with one of these cards, okay? Because it's pretty cool when your kid looks up at you and says, how much are you going to give me for my Tonka truck, right? And you can look him right in the eye and you can say, well, Bobby, as you know, only a trained appraiser knows what your Tonka is worth, and it would be irresponsible for a dealer to give you that information over the phone. Now, I do have 2 appraisal times open on Tonkas this afternoon. I've got a 215 and a 245. Which one works better for you? See, when you role play in situations like that, you gain confidence because you're not afraid. You can laugh, you can have fun with it, your kids can have fun with it. Someday your kid's going to be a super salesman because he learned how to overcome all those objections. But some of you in the car business are no longer married. I know, that's weird, right? You got a mirror and you got these Post-it notes. Do this. Do yourself a favor. Write every objection that you might ever get on a Post-it note. Frame your mirror with these Post-it notes. And every morning when you're brushing your teeth, you're putting on your makeup, you're shaving, whatever you're doing, look up at the mirror, look up at one of the Post-it notes, read it out loud, and then look yourself in the mirror and answer that objection. And once you feel like you can answer that objection on the phone without a Post-it note in front of you, take the Post-it note down, put it in a pile. Save all the Post-it notes. When you've completely cleaned the mirror off and you've answered every objection, you didn't throw away the Post-it notes because you're going to put them right back up again, all the way around. That's how you role play every day. That's how you gain confidence, because you become competent with the material, right? And you take control of the calls.